Right, you are face to face with Shell, and here is the view from our absolutely stunning villa in Derrybeg. Isn't it absolutely beautiful? So after a bit of a scary drive up here, we've came to Hornhead Viewpoint. It's absolutely gorgeous. Here we are in Dunfanaghy, and in the distance is where we've just been, up to Hornhead.
Yeah.
Beautiful view, as you've seen, but the road was very hairy. Very, very single track road with no passing places. But absolutely beautiful. Glad we done it, but certainly won't be doing it again. I know I done this in last year's video, but I couldn't come to Downings without showing you this beautiful beach, because it's where my papa came from. So I couldn't not do a video. It's such a gorgeous little place. And the sand is so soft and, as you can see, white. And there's the road down to the beach. Now I know there's cars here, but I didn't want to take the car in case we got stuck. Could you imagine? So Chris has very, very kindly took me down, if I can turn round. This road. But it's quite, well, obviously sand is really soft and there's bits of it are quite bumpy, and I nearly got tipped out the chair. I'm sure my papa will be laughing at us. So we're here just outside of Downings to the Singing Pub where my gran and papa used to come. They spoke about it all the time, and the surrounding area and how beautiful it actually is. It's a shame the pub's not open. It wasn't open last year either when we came, which was a shame. It's just so peaceful, so quiet. Yeah, they spoke about this place loads. And obviously had loads of great nights and happy memories. Another beautiful day in Donegal. Never get tired of looking at this view. Absolutely spectacular. Here we are at Port Arthur Beach. Again, another stunning place in Donegal. There's a young girl behind us. As you can see, you can get down to the water very easily, and there's actually a young girl behind us and she's swimming in the water. Here we are in Donegal town. We've had an excellent night and we met some people from another part in Ireland, from Wicklow, and we've just actually missed the boat. You can see it way at the distance. We were on it last year, so at least we haven't actually missed out on it. It was just a lovely wee cruise round, but it's a lovely day and we're going to explore more of the town. And here we have Donegal Castle. So I've never actually been into it. I'm not actually sure how accessible it is, but it's gorgeous. So this is a statue of, it reads Red Hugh O'Donnell, 550. So I'm going to have to go and have a look, like give him a Google and see who he is. So this is where we stayed last night, in the Abbey Hotel. Absolutely gorgeous, right in the middle of Donegal town. And they call this the Triangle. So everything that you need, so shops, restaurants, pubs, is all here. Don't need to go far at all. And the Abbey Hotel is accessible. Our room was gorgeous last night. I have actually managed to get a photograph, because every time I went to get a photograph of the hotel, there was a bus in front of it, just like that one. So if you're ever in Donegal, really is a great place. Come to Donegal town, and the little bar, sorry, I don't know what I've done there, the little bar right down the bottom there, McCaffrey's, is absolutely gorgeous, and I'll put up some photographs of the inside. They're all worth a visit, and they all have live music. So yeah, Donegal town, totally a winner. Here we are today at Port Arthur's beach, and a bit different from the other day, but it's still amazing. Looking out to one of the islands. So this is the fairy stone, and Eamon, who owns this beautiful Fairy Glen park, this is our villa right there. So he was telling us when he was developing this site, that there was quite a lot of rocks to be shifted, and this one was shifted, and the locals got quite, will I say afraid? Maybe not afraid, but they were concerned because it was rolled down the hill here, and they were saying, you can't move the fairy stone, you can't move the fairy stone. So they put it back, and he said that it's only held up, sorry, I don't know if you can see that, there's not much underneath that it's held up by. So anyway, it's called the Fairy Stone, and hence where he got the name for the Fairy Glen Park. And as you can see, it's not the greatest of day. We've had brilliant weather. This is our second last day, but I think it just adds to all the magic of it. So you'll maybe be able to see from this side that is just balanced on one rock. Chris has got photographs, so I'll put them up so you can actually see it properly. But yeah, so here's the Fairy Stone. So here we are, our last day in Donegal, and we're on a red alert for our wind, as you can see. We just got a big fright there. There's a massive table that sits outside, obviously for sitting in better weather, and there's a big glass top to it, and it just lifted up and smashed against the window. Poor Chris was sitting near the window, so what a fright he got. I think obviously the glass all smashed, but thankfully the window didn't smash, but obviously there's glass everywhere. Anyway, yeah, so our last day in Donegal. So I've drove a little bit along the coast, and you can see why it's called the Wild Atlantic Way. Again, we're not getting out the car. And it actually looks like there's some more weather coming in. So here's on the other side. Yeah, I think we're going to get back to our villa before this comes in. So we're home, back to Scotland. And Saltire's looking a bit battered from the storm. So we thought we'd take a little drive from Stranraer, where we were staying last night once we came off the boat, eventually off the boat, to Portpatrick. We stayed here quite a few years ago and we had a fantastic weekend. It's a lovely little place. I'll just pan round and let you see the sea. So somewhere out there is Ireland. When we stayed at the hotel, they said that any lights that you see at night is Ireland. So somewhere out there is Ireland. So a perfect end to our holiday coming back here. I hope you've enjoyed our Ireland adventure, and we're finishing it off here at Port Patrick. Thank you very much for watching, and a massive shout out to my subscribers. If you haven't already, it'd be great if you could subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any videos. The wind's catching me. Remember, I do have a website. You can head over there where you'll find lots more help, information, photographs and advice. So for the moment, stay safe, stay strong, and we'll chat soon. Bye!